If you have a friend in an MLM, please refer them to this video. Can I finish a sentence looking at the camera? That'd be great. Because of me. I promise I'm not a narcissist. I'm far from it. I'm pretty much a certified badass. Okay, if you see me looking over this way, that is where my notes are. I love my little teeny tiny setup here, so I'm gonna keep going now. You were treating alcoholism with a granola bar. I'm not trying to say here that the products are bad products necessarily. I am not a medical professional. Hi folks, welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you are returning. Today is very exciting for two reasons. One, I actually wrote a script for this video that I'm very excited to share with you all. And two, I have enlisted the help of my dear brother for the use of his microphone, so we will see how that goes. Let's get started. I'm sure that many of you have heard the term snake oil or snake oil salesman to refer to something crooked or watered down. Something with not very much substance, and if you haven't heard of that term, now you will. But where did the term come from, and what does it mean? So the term snake oil or snake oil salesman is usually used to refer to someone or something that doesn't have very much substance, often watered down, not backed up by science or reality, and you know, when people get called out on these things, they really don't enjoy that happening. So of course they're gonna like respond with spiteful comments. There are natural or homeopathic remedies that are known to cause harm, not do anything at all, or simply not be good or bad. But oftentimes it's really just somebody trying to sell you something that is the cure to everything, the cure to all your problems. Try this one thing, it'll make all of your problems go away. But first, a history of snake oil and snake oil salesmen. In the 1800s, around 1842 or so, there was a large immigration of the Chinese to the United States of America, and they found themselves in indentured servitude, working on the railroads because some rich guy somewhere along the line paid for their travel, so then they go and work on the railroad. Working long hours, they found themselves tired and sore at the end of the day. Aspirin wasn't invented until 1899, and Advil wasn't created until the 1950s, and it didn't even make it to the Americas until the 70s. So what did they use to treat their muscle aches before the invention of modern painkillers? They used snake oil. That's right, the term that means something deceitful or hidden was actually used as a painkiller. So where did they get this? Oil made from the Chinese water snake is found to have omega-3 fatty acids, which is a known anti-inflammatory, which means they are quite effective for curing aching muscles. So the Americans that worked alongside the Chinese on the railroads saw the oil and they tried it, and they were amazed at how powerful it was. So they wanted to make their own version of this snake oil, but there was no American equivalent of the Chinese water snake. However, that did not stop Clark Stanley from shilling, oh my gosh, that did not stop Clark Stanley from shilling his snake oil. He made it from rattlesnakes, supposedly anyway. It was later found to be devoid of any snake oil whatsoever. He was peddling this as a cure-all or panacea. So, Clark Stanley, he was peddling this snake oil made from rattlesnakes, but not really. And so he took it to the 1893 World's Fair, and he sliced open a rattlesnake live in front of the crowd. This, I'm sure, was mesmerizing and got a lot of people to buy his liniment oil. His snake oil contained no snake oil whatsoever. In 1917, investigators found that it contained red pepper, turpentine, beef fat, and mineral oil. He was selling this to people for them to take to fix all of their issues. I guess maybe they didn't ingest it, but they did rub it on their skin. Turpentine is paint remover, right? So, I don't know. So then everybody found out that they had been had, that this was a big sham, and that Clark Stanley had swindled them out of their hard-earned money. Now let's jump forward to modern day. Your neighbor, friend, or boss messages you about their health and wellness company, and they tell you that they've been able to make money from home while spending time with their kids. They claim that these products are helpful with a wide, variable assortment of issues. Cancer, AIDS, arthritis, alcoholism. United Sciences of America, this ought to be good. A Texas-based company, the revolutionary idea that changes the phase of many deadly diseases. Nutritional supplements manufactured by United Sciences of America, master formula, calorie control formula, fiber energy bar, and formula plus. Their calorie control formula, like what? You were treating alcoholism with a granola bar. Let me get this straight. Your master formula, calorie control formula, fiber energy bar, and formula plus cures or prevents cancer, AIDS, arthritis, alcoholism, and heart diseases. I don't really know what to say to that.
Essential Rewards order. So Essential Rewards is Young Living's monthly wellness box where you pick the products that you want to receive at your door, and when you do, you get paid back in store credit points to trade in for free things. So it's great for like weight management. It doesn't have any of those yucky ingredients though that you would have in regular toothpaste. It helps my food to digest. Want to have a little bit more good bacteria than bad bacteria in your body. It's so relaxing before bed. It's also really, really nice for sleep. Great for kids, actually. It's a really nice one also for helping to fall asleep before bed. We put it in my diffuser or something before I go to sleep at night to get some energy kind of moving in there, release any stagnant energy. So skin support before I went to bed. I put a little clove on top of that, and my blemishes went away. So, fluke? I don't think so.
How can you tell if it's the Chinese water snake or just Clark Stanley mesmerizing the crowd? First, research the company that they say they work for. If it's an MLM, run as fast as you can. please get out of there. Don't join a pyramid scheme. However, if you're close with this person, maybe don't run away immediately. Maybe try to help them out, ask them a few guiding questions to help their brain think through the things that they're experiencing and potentially get them out of the company that they have joined. How long have you been doing this for? How much have you spent? How much have you earned? How much research have you done on the products or the company itself? Does your upline just tell you everything? What has this helped you with personally? Have you experienced any negative side effects from using these products? Do you have anything that I could try for free, like a sample, to see if I like the products? That last one is important because the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration in the US, does not regulate a lot of these health and wellness companies and their products. There's reason to believe that just because Karen loves her essential oils, it doesn't mean everybody will. They're not for everyone. Whether or not you believe in these MLM companies or not, essential oils are just not for everybody. This applies to shampoo, protein shakes, makeup, basically anything under the sun that someone is telling you to try. You might just not like that product, and that's okay. You don't have to feel bad about not supporting your friend's business because you don't like protein shakes. That's not being a bad friend or a negative person or putting down other women. That's just what it is. People have preferences. If you don't like protein shakes, that's okay. If you don't want their shampoo because you like yours, that's okay. Sip some tea. However, that goes both ways. People have preferences, but that doesn't mean that because you don't like something, that the product itself is inherently bad. I'm not trying to say here that the products are bad products necessarily. There are many claims that they treat medical conditions and also claims that they cause harm. I'm attempting here to present the facts. So let's talk about essential oils. So far, my research shows that essential oils should not be ingested, but their general use is not harmful when they are diluted. And that means they're mixed with carrier oils, so like sunflower oil or castor oil. Therapeutic grade does not exist. It is a marketing term to get you to think that those oils are better than something else and get you to pay top dollar for those products because they're not regulated by anybody. So anybody making essential oils can slap therapeutic grade 100% pure on that bottle. You have no idea what's in there because it's not regulated. But essential oils have not yet made it to clinical trials. There has been some research on a smaller scale, but the results are really inconclusive. Is there any proof that they work? Well, here's the thing about that. There's science to show that smells can influence your memories and your emotions. Smelling an essential oil from a diffuser may have positive or negative effects. Is it possible to boost your mood by smelling something that you like? Yeah, of course it is. Smells make us happy. If it's a good smell, mom's cooking, like lavender makes a lot of people happy. Like, smells can influence your emotions. Does that mean that you should ingest them? No. So essential oils can boost your mood. Does that mean that I should replace my anxiety or depression medication with essential oils? Not quite. So even if all it takes to contain your anxiety and your depression is smelling some essential oils, I think that's amazing. But if you're currently taking medication, you should talk to your doctor before you just cut it off completely. There are negative side effects when you stop taking some medications. You may need to slowly decrease your dose before you can completely come off of it. And that's something that your doctor can talk to you about. I am not a medical professional. There is evidence to suggest that aromatherapy is promising, but that doesn't mean that it's for everything. So, Karen, I'm talking to you here. Stop shilling your MLM essential oils in our faces. Take the hint. So it is certainly feasible that aromatherapy can help boost your mood, but once again, and I will continue to say this until there is evidence to the contrary, do not ingest essential oils. Like I said already, you don't actually know what's in that bottle because the FDA or the regulatory agency in your country, they don't regulate essential oils. There's not enough research yet. They slap a label on it and maybe you dilute it, maybe you don't because you're taking Young Living's Vitality line. Whatever it is, like, don't put it under your tongue, don't put it in your water or your tea or your food. Specific oils can also degrade certain materials, which ruins the oil. So you then put that in your body. What do you think might happen? There are warnings out there against taking essential oils orally, and I will continue to reiterate that until there's evidence to the contrary. Don't do it. Do not ingest your essential oils. Even when essential oils are 100% pure or therapeutic grade, this actually doesn't mean much of anything because of the lack of regulation by the FDA. When companies use phrases like seed to seal or source to you, this is not the exact same thing as farm to table. When something is farm to table, that means that it has its origin known and, like, usually the restaurant is also a farm, at least some of the time. That is not the case with these essential oils. They claim that they're ethically sourced, but like I already said, they can say anything they want. Anything at all. And nothing is gonna happen because they're not selling FDA regulated products. This goes for skin and hair care and makeup as well. Basically cosmetics, I guess. Those are also not really regulated by the FDA. There might be an FDA regulated ingredient in the product that you use, but the product itself, like the shampoo itself, is not regulated by the FDA. Modern Nature Global Corporation, or Monat, has received several complaints and lawsuits claiming that their shampoo and hair care products cause scalp damage and hair loss. Hey, just editing here, and in my research I did come across the scientific board of Monat talking at some conference or something, and Dr. Toasty, I believe is how you pronounce it, she basically lists off a bunch of conditions that you can have that make your hair fall out. And I will include that down below in the description, but
what causes excessive hair shedding? And I'll call on Dr. Toasty first.
Okay, maybe I spent my life answering this question, so it's a good question for me. So let's say that first of all, it's very important to understand if it's true hair loss, meaning that the hair are falling with the roots, or if it's just breakage, which is very common, especially in women. And if it's true hair loss, let's say that most common cause of acute true hair loss is a disease named alopecia areata. This is a very dramatic disease that causes acute hair shedding. The other important thing to keep in mind is the timing, because this is not always very clear to people. So when you start shedding, you don't have to think that something happened a few days before. Shedding is always something that has been triggered months before. And this is because of the biology of the hair follicle. So when you shed the hair, it's because the new hair is already growing. So always keep in mind the trigger should be searched in the past, 2-3 months before. And it's almost never something you put on your scalp or on your hair.
She's trying to just like slide around the actual problem that people are having, because as soon as they stop as soon as they stop using Monat, their issues went away. So how can you then sit there and say, oh, well, there's skin conditions like alopecia, but it's not the shampoo. It can't be the shampoo. I've already made a video about their products, but my biggest takeaway was that they basically bottle the same ingredients, but call it something else, and then slap a different price on it and preach all these things are gonna help you. Basically, they just want your money. This also has mixed reviews though. Some people love their products and some people, it made their hair fall out. I am not on one side or the other. I've never tried them. Nobody I know has ever tried them, aside from my one friend, but it's unclear if she's actually a distributor or not. But we can talk about that later. The company tells its distributors and customers that this is an initial detox from switching from their old products to Monat.
Some people experience a really light detox and some go through a little bit rougher. Another common denominator would be toxins, silicones, and waxes that are in our regular shampoos, and we've been using them for years. And what happens is those silicones, they make our hair temporarily feel really silky and feel really good, but they're really doing bad things to our scalp. What's happening is they're going in and clogging our follicles and making our hair fall out because new hair can't generate and come through. So it's so clogged in there that it's just so when we naturally shed, our new hair doesn't come through because of the clogging.
Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Starting in 2017, people began to have issues with the company. There's evidence that despite their claim that their products are sulfate-free, that their products actually do contain sulfates. I don't really know what that means or whether or not it's true. They may contain other harmful ingredients as well. What I have found, the amino acid Threonine is used to support cardiovascular health, as well as it creates the amino acids that are necessary for collagen production. I have no scientific backing. I have no training in this, so I don't know why you would need that in your shampoo. Maybe somebody can let me know. The only scientific evidence that I could find for red clover being harmful is that it may cause a thinning of the lining of the uterus due to its estrogen-like compounds. However, I was unable to find a product that contained red clover. Perhaps one of you knows what I'm talking about, and you can let me know in the comments. The only potentially harmful ingredients that I was able to find in Monat's products was soy, almond, and gluten. Now they do claim to be gluten-free. However, some of their shampoos contain wheat amino acids, which according to Gluten-Free RN means that there's gluten. And also according to that same website, if you're using a product that has the potential to enter your bloodstream or is near your face and your mouth and you're touching your hair and you might touch your mouth, and you're gluten intolerant or you have celiac disease, that can cause a problem. And you might not even know to look for something like that. Monat does claim to be gluten-free, but people are having issues with their products, and their products are not completely gluten-free. I won't be including all of the products that contain gluten, but these two shampoos do contain the wheat amino acids. Basically, my findings told me what I already knew. Young Living Monat's products are nothing special. I don't think they fall necessarily either way. I think maybe people might just be allergic to their shampoo. However, the distributors seem to claim that nobody can be allergic to their shampoo. If you have a friend in an MLM, please refer them to this video. Sound off in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on this topic, if I should continue to pursue these types of videos. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification bell. Sound off in the comments because engagement helps the algorithm. Even if it's just to say hi or I really like this video, let me have it. I think I can take it. I'm pretty much a certified badass. So let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any topics that you would like me to cover in the future. And I'll see you guys in the next one.